Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for tuning in to Cullman Today. I'm your host, Katie Spicer, and today is Thursday, May 23rd, 2024. We have a lot to look at in local news today, including information on an upcoming water outage that may affect an area near you, a report on CCBOE's literacy levels, and the Crossing Fishing Tournament. All of this plus sports, weather, and more, but for now, let's dive into the top stories happening in Cullman today. The Cullman County Human Trafficking Task Force is hoping to make contact with the community and spread awareness of the epidemic that is human trafficking. The group, comprised of local individuals with a yearning for justice for the community's most vulnerable, the task force educates and informs the community of potential and probable trafficking victims and situations. The United States Department of Homeland Security Regional Director out of Huntsville, Logan Mitchell, spoke to the group and shared which populations are the most targeted and tips to keep young children and teens safe, including limiting social media usage and a healthy trust and communication. Next up, during the superintendent's report of the Cullman County Board of Education meeting May 20th, Cullman County Schools Superintendent Dr. Shane Barnett reported that the literacy levels of the system's third graders. 2024 is the first year for the Grade 3 Literacy Act update. Beginning this year, students that reach third grade and read below their grade level will be held back and repeat the grade. Within Cullman County schools, 705 students were tested, and 99.3% were reading on or above grade level and ready for third grade. Barnett shared, "That is absolutely incredible, and I am super proud of them. They've worked hard. Everyone has worked really hard, and it shows." Barnett also highlighted that 31 students graduated from Wallace State Community College or completed their certificate or program before graduating from one of the Cullman County system's high schools through the county's dual enrollment and fast track programs. To wrap up our top stories, grabbing a piece of the rainbow is easier now than ever with Skittles, the Cullman Tribune Pet of the Week. Skittles is an approximately 3-year-old Australian Kelpie mix with deep brown eyes, a golden brown coat, and large pointed ears that reveal every emotion. His breed background gives an extra pep in the step of this medium to high energy pup. Hiking and bounding along wooded trails and park paths are a favorite activity. Like the sun on a gloomy day, Skittles rises to life's challenges and obstacles with ease, navigating leash etiquette and manners with flying colors. Never meeting a stranger, each new face that meets Skittles is immediately considered an old friend. A contagious zest for life, as multicolored and as faceted as his namesake, is what Skittles is, the perfect companion, friend, and pal for any family or household. Are you ready to meet Skittles? Head over to the Cullman County Animal Shelter at 935 Convent Road Northeast, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. for a meet and greet. His adoption fee of $130 includes a neuter, DHLPP vaccine, Bordetella vaccines, rabies vaccine, wormer, general exam at the vet, and a microchip. Contact the Cullman County Animal Shelter at 256-734-5448 or Cullman Animal Shelter at co.cullman.al.us. Now that we have the top stories out of the way, we're going to take a quick break before returning with sports. Hello and welcome back. Now it's time to find out what's going on in the world of sports. Let's start today's sports recap with an update from this year's SEC baseball tournament. Alabama dropped its opening game of the tournament to South Carolina 10-5 Tuesday afternoon at Hoover Metropolitan Stadium. With the loss, the Crimson Tide moves 33-22 overall on the season. Alabama was first to score on Tuesday, plating 3 runs over the first 2 innings, with 1 in the first and 2 in the second. South Carolina then responded and never looked back, posting a 6-run third to gain the advantage for good. The Tide cut the lead with 1 to a 2-run fourth, but would get no closer as South Carolina plated single runs in the 5th and 8th to go with a 2-run 6th for a 10-5 final. South Carolina reliever Chris Veach earned the win, throwing the final 5 2/3 scoreless innings with 3 hits and 6 strikeouts. The loss went to Alabama reliever Aiden Moza. Alabama will now await the NCAA postseason fate. The NCAA regional host sites will be announced on Sunday evening, with the entire bracket being released on Monday morning. Moving over to some college golf news, Auburn's men's golfer Jackson Coyven has been named the winner of this year's Ben Hogan Award. Coyven joins Oklahoma State's Ricky Fowler as the only two freshman winners in the award's history. He is the second Auburn player to win, joining Will Blackman, who captured the honor in 1994. The Ben Hogan Award honors the top men's college golfer based on collegiate, amateur, and professional events over the previous 12 months. A committee comprised of 36 leaders in the golf world and the past Hogan winners rank each of the three finalists to determine the latest recipient each year. Coyven's freshman campaign included an SEC individual championship, top 10 finishes in 11 of his 12 starts, and a semifinal appearance at the 2023 U.S. Amateur last July. He leads the Auburn lineup in wins with 2, scoring an average of 69.25, birdies made within 164 rounds below par at 26. With 270 in the Tigers' opening round of regional play a week ago, Coyven smashed the program's single-season record for subpar rounds. Coyven is also one of 10 players on the final watch list for the 2024 Fred Haskins Award, which will be announced May 28th. Auburn junior Brendan Valdez is another Haskins finalist. That covers sports for today, but make sure to check with the Cullman Tribune each day for the latest in sports coverage from across the area. We'll be back after this message. Hello and welcome back to Cullman Today. Now it's time to speed things up with our news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. The City of Cullman Water Department will have a planned water outage on Tuesday, May 28, 2024 from 8 a.m. until completion of the repair, located at Barton Circle, Barton Drive, Orchid Drive, and Greenwood Drive Northeast. This outage is finished repairing the work that was started by the City of Cullman Water Department on May 21, 2024. The Crossing, a local nonprofit dedicated to providing food and other services to those in need in Cullman, is excited to host its first ever bass tournament on June 8th at Smith Lake Park. Anglers from the community and beyond are invited to participate. Check-in for anglers will begin at 5 a.m. with the final weigh-in scheduled for 3 p.m. The tournament features 2-person teams, a 5 bass limit, and a $10 entry for the biggest fish pot. Entry fees are $100 per team with substantial prizes for the top 4 teams, $1,500 for first place, $750 for second place, $500 for third place, and $350 for fourth place. All proceeds from the tournament will benefit the Crossing's Food Bank Ministry, which provides essential food assistance to those in need within the community. Founder and director for The Crossing, Melissa Hudson, shared that the inspiration behind the event comes from Matthew 4:19. Hudson says, "The Crossing was created to help feed his sheep. We provide food for the body and food for the soul. The funds from this fishing tournament will allow us to continue doing what we were called to do, feed his sheep." For more information or to register, visit The Crossing's website at thecrossingcullman.org. You can also scan the QR code on event flyers to access the registration page directly. For further questions about The Crossing and their ministry, contact Melissa Hudson at 256-709-2780 or email thecrossingcullman@yahoo.com. For questions about the rules of the tournament, those interested can contact Jeff Kenny, who is helping facilitate the tournament, at 256-736-3689. The Cullman County Commission held its regularly scheduled meeting on Tuesday, May 21st at the Cullman County Courthouse. All commissioners were present. After a short invocation, the Pledge of Allegiance, and a roll call, the meeting began with Ben Harrison, the Cullman Regional Airport Manager, speaking to the Commission about the potential of a newly constructed apron at the airport. Harrison said, "What we're asking you for is the engineering services and design on this project. The reason we're trying to do this right now is so that we don't want to start digging in late September or late October. We're afraid that a 3 to 4 month project would turn into a 6 to 7 month project." The Commission approved the resolution that Harrison brought before them. Resolution 2024-23 approved engineering services contract pending any request changes by ALDOT for general aviation apron reconstruction design project at the Cullman Regional Airport. The Alabama Department of Transportation anticipates a higher than usual number of vehicles on Alabama's roadways this weekend as Memorial Day kicks off the unofficial start to the summer travel season. Drivers are advised to prepare for increased traffic and to plan for extra travel time to reach their destination. For the safety of traveling public, construction industry workers, and maintenance crews, ALDOT will have no temporary lane closures on interstates after noon on Friday, May 24th through midnight on Monday, May 27th. AlDOT is asking drivers to put safety first during this heavily traveled holiday period and to remember that Alabama has a hands-free law. This new law allows drivers over 18 to make or receive phone calls using hands-free technology, such as Bluetooth or integrated systems within the vehicle, as long as you don't hold or support the device or manually enter letters, numbers, or symbols. Drivers are allowed to answer a call with a single button or swipe of a finger. If you must hold your device, you should pull over to a safe location and park your car before handling. Now for a quick break before we look at the weather ahead and pay our respect with obituaries. I'll be right back after this quick message.
Discover what's buzzing in Cullman with Community Matters, where every story pops off the page with local flair. It's the magazine that's got the inside track on what's now, what's new, and who's who. Get the lowdown on top eats and the 411 on recipes that'll turn up your summer cooking game. Relive our local team's triumphs on the sports fields and pencil in summer's hottest events for fun the whole family will love. Get your copy of Community Matters at the Cullman Tribune, any of the local businesses on screen, or scan the QR code.
Welcome back. Let's take a moment to pause and remember those who have lost their lives this week as we turn to obituaries. Haskell Ray Berry. Haskell Ray Berry, 85, awakened to his heavenly home on May 21, 2024. Funeral services for Mr. Berry will be on Saturday, May 25th at noon at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Interment will be at Mount Carmel Cemetery in Berlin. Visitation will be from 10 a.m. to noon prior to service. Kathy Spiegel. Kathy Spiegel, age 59 of Vinemont, passed away on Monday, May 20th, 2024. Funeral service for Miss Spiegel will be at 1 p.m. on Thursday, May 23rd at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home, with burial at Cullman Heritage Cemetery. Visitation will be from 5 to 7 p.m. on Wednesday, May 22nd at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Cullman Heritage Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Wayne Faulkner. Wayne Faulkner, 83 of Cullman, passed away on Monday, May 20th, 2024 at his residence. Graveside service for Mr. Faulkner will be at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, May 22nd at Cullman Memory Gardens. Cullman Heritage Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. Teresa Darlene Nichols. Teresa Darlene Nichols of Hanceville, Alabama, passed away on Tuesday, May 21, 2024. A visitation will be held for Mrs. Nichols in the Ma Service Funeral Home Chapel on Thursday, May 23 from 6 to 8 p.m., with interment to follow at a graveside burial the following day at Beech Grove Cemetery, Friday, May 24th at 2 p.m. Larry Gene Eason. Larry Gene Eason of Hampton, Virginia, born in Birmingham, Alabama, passed away on May 16, 2024 at the age of 74. Visitation for Mr. Eason will be held on Saturday, June 8th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the Park Lawn Wood Funeral Home. A funeral service will be held on Saturday, June 8th from 1 to 2 p.m. at the same location. That finishes up obituaries for today. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their friends and family. Now let's take a look at today's weather forecast. Today there is a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. It will be partly sunny with a high near 84 and a south to southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. This evening there is a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 1 a.m. It'll be mostly cloudy with a low around 66 and a south to southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. On Friday there is a chance of showers and thunderstorms, then showers likely and possibly a thunderstorm after 1 p.m. It will be partly sunny with a high near 82 and a south to southwest wind at 5 to 10 miles per hour. The chance of precipitation is 60%. On Friday evening, there is a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. It'll be partly cloudy with a low around 67 and a south to southwest wind around 5 miles per hour. That concludes another edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. I'm Katie Spicer with Cullman Today, wishing you a wonderful day, Cullman.